Our next honoree is Jamie Noble, and her intro is written by her sister, teammate, and fellow Hall of Honor honoree, Jody Noble. So here's what Jody had to say. Jamie came to Messiah College not knowing if continuing her education was God's plan for her life. She had a passion and love for the game of basketball and hoped to compete for a spot on the team. Despite a talented senior class, she slowly began to make her mark. As she gained confidence and time on the court, she showed how she could compete, and soon those seniors wanted her on their team in practice. She was a fierce competitor. She could ignite and elevate the play on the court with a timely steal or a long two, a big-time assist, or a finish at the rim. Jamie had a knack for a timely word in practice that would ease the tension in the moment. Her nicknames for teammates always brought a smile and laughter, but also resulted in some extra right drills too. Borrowing the top block from the great John Wooden in his pyramid of success, Jamie played with competitive greatness, being at your best when your best is needed, and enjoying a difficult challenge. Jamie thrived in the biggest moments of games. She wanted the ball in her hands and was ready to take the last shot when her team was down. All the hours in the gym, in the weight room, on the blacktop, in the summer, prepared her for those opportunities. One memory launched the start of a great season in her junior year. Her team was competing in the championship of the opening tournament at the side. The score was tied with less than 10 seconds remaining in the game. The ball was inbounded to her against a full court press. She dribbled the length of the floor, splitting double teams and weaving through defenders, attempting to slow her down. She drove to the rim and scored before time expired to win the game. The team commenced on one of the most successful seasons of the program at that point, advancing to the NCAA tournament. Jamie Noble, our newest inductee to the Hall of Honor.
Well, I'd love to begin by sharing a really funny story. So I'm going to take you back all those years ago to one of our practices. For whatever reason, as my sister mentioned, I always seemed to come up with nicknames for everyone. It was just something that I did. And one of my teammates' name was Cherie. So, I'll never forget, one practice in the middle of a play, I yelled, "Sherbert!" And oh my, everybody cracked up. Coach, not so much. In the next moment, we heard, "Everybody line up." Well, say no more. We knew what was coming. Suicides. So they were definitely the good old days, so it's really nice to reminisce. This is certainly a special evening, and I feel so privileged to be here. Thank you so much for that generous introduction, Matt, and also to my sister. Thank you so much. I'd like to congratulate the other inductees who are here this evening. It's quite an honor and exciting to be in such phenomenal company. I'd also like to congratulate the senior scholar athletes that have been nominated for their accomplishments in the classroom, on the court, or field. Also, a big thank you to the induction committee for recognizing my accomplishments. I am certainly quite humbled by it and so very appreciative. Another thank you, and certainly most importantly, I would like to acknowledge my supportive and loving family. My parents, William and Betty Noble, who are here this evening, sacrificed countless hours attending most every game and loving every minute of them. And then my sister Jody, who was my teammate for 3 years, and then my coach my senior year. So how cool is that? So the sister connection was certainly priceless. My sister was certainly right as I reflect all those years ago. My time here at Messiah began because of my love and desire to continue my basketball career. I certainly didn't want to end after high school, and suffice it to say, maybe follow in my sister's footsteps. Our connection was not only fun, but we were so lucky to have winning seasons as well. So why not try to ignite that again in college? This certainly dates me, but I'll always remember how athletic competition was expressed as I was growing up. From the echoes of TV, this quote, "The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. ABC, wide world of sports." In that championship game that my sister described, of needing that winning bucket with only 10 seconds to go was one of the most exciting highlights of my career. A memorable victory for sure, as I can vividly remember every second and the celebration afterwards. But of course, as athletes, we have those moments of defeat as well. Experiencing those thrills of victory and agonies of defeat, especially in our college years, I believe helps to define our character in preparing us for the big world out there after college, how to handle difficult times and rise above them victoriously. A difficult time that we most recently experienced was the loss of our beloved coach, Nancy Funk. What was so special is how we as teammates all came together after so many years to celebrate her life, and even on her birthday yet, when we got together at a restaurant called Funk's. Who knew? It was great to support one another through that hard loss. I also think of my favorite Bible verse as opposition strikes, Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. As I moved forward and became involved with the basketball team, I soon realized that nutrition plays a big part of how we perform. So ultimately, I majored in nutrition, which led me to my current career as a registered dietitian. God certainly gave me opportunities to serve and minister to my patients and clients. One in particular I'd like to share, which led me to meeting my best friend Ched, who is here this evening, and then opening the doors to another ministry. Ched's mom was a patient on my floor in the hospital who sadly and eventually passed from cancer, but she left a very divine message for her daughter to start a music ministry. Well, Ched knew nothing about music, but she began looking on her path of the people that crossed it. That message from her mom was the beginning of our Women for Christ music ministry for 14 years. And I'm really lucky to have all the ladies here except for one. So here again was another God-appointed opportunity to minister to people, but in a much different way. Our journey took us to all different denominations, and even the Catholic Church, as we were blessed to lead the praise and worship time. Once again, my sister and I were back together again. How cool is that? So it seems I can surely share that my time here at Messiah as a student athlete prepared me for opportunities to serve and minister to others. It prepared me for the hard times in life when we are called to rise to the challenges before us. It also prepared me to offer the hope, grace, and love of Jesus to others who find themselves in an unhealthy place. If I could leave a thought for the student athletes here this evening, your Messiah experience will go by quickly. You only get these 4 years once in your life. Take advantage of any and all opportunities that come your way. Don't take anything for granted. You will forever treasure this time of your life, as I still do. So if I may end with saying that I certainly would not be standing here without the support, encouragement, and love of family, coaches, teammates, and friends. It's so super special, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be joining my sister Jody in the Hall of Honor. Thank you very much.